The incredible beauty of planet Earth is simply undeniable, but most of its breathtaking natural wonders are unknown to many of us, and it has so much more to offer than the more commonly known sights. Sights and sounds that exist in almost every continent in the world, proving the majestic works of nature. So please join us as we visit and explore the most amazing places on Earth that you have never heard of. Monte Roraima, Venezuela. This natural wonder, with its unreal looks that seem like it came out of a sci-fi movie, does exist, and it is incredibly awe-inspiring. Mount Roraima has an interesting location since it is surrounded by three different countries, Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, whose borderlines intersect on the massive shelf, with all four sides being sheer 400-meter high cliffs. When you imagine a cliff so high, a question does arise. Are the cliff walls scalable? Well, they are scalable, but only by the most experienced of climbers. But if you are not into climbing, there is also a path up the mountain which usually takes 2 days. However, the mountain is worth a visit for more reasons than its impressive cliffs. Roraima is considered to be some of the oldest geological formations known, some dating back to 2 billion years ago. It also has a really unique ecosystem. This is due to its daily rain, which includes several endemic species, such as a unique carnivorous pitcher plant and some of the highest waterfalls in the world. An interesting fact about Monte Roraima is that the remote landscape of jungle and cliffs has inspired the dinosaur-infested landscapes of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novel The Lost World, and the dramatic waterfalls dubbed Paradise Falls, which were featured in the 2009 Pixar film Up. Chocolate Hills, the Philippines. If you were to fly over Bohol Island in the Philippines during the dry season, you might notice what looks like 1,000 of chocolate kisses sticking out from the land. These mysterious conical mounds are known as the Chocolate Hills, and there are approximately 1,268 individual hills, with their heights ranging from 30.4 to 48.7 meters, though the highest mound is almost 121.9 meters high. Part of the beauty of the hills consists of their almost total symmetrical shape, and the limestone which covers this natural wonder that turns brown during the dry season. How so many chocolate hills were formed is unclear. There are multiple geological explanations ranging from limestone weathering to oceanic volcano activity. One of the most recent theories is that an ancient volcano self-destructed and chunks of it were dispersed over the land. There are also multiple legends and tales that exist to explain the becoming of the Chocolate Hills. One is about a giant buffalo who came and wreaked havoc in the region, eating and destroying all the crops. As an act of vengeance, locals left out spoiled crops. When the buffalo ate them, it got sick and left mounds of feces in its wake, bringing new meaning to the name Chocolate Hills. Fly Geyser, Nevada, USA. The Fly Geyser has a really interesting origin, since it is the result of an effort to make a part of a desert usable for farming. So in 1916, a water well drilling was used when it accidentally penetrated a geothermal source. Upon this incident, the well was abandoned since it was no longer suitable for irrigation water. A 3 to 3.7 meter calcium carbonate cone formed. The Fly Geyser, also known as Fly Ranch Geyser, is located on private land in Washoe County, Nevada, about 20 miles north of Gerlach. In June 2016, the nonprofit Burning Man Project purchased the 3,800 acres. The Burning Man Project began offering limited public access to the property in May 2018. The geyser contains thermophilic algae, which flourish in moist, hot environments, resulting in multiple hues of green and red, which color the rocks. There is also a second geyser which has grown substantially in the last 40 years as minerals from the geothermal water pocket deposit on the desert surface. Because there are multiple geyser spouts, this geyser has not created a cone as large as the first, but instead an ever-growing alien-looking mound. Despite the limited access to the Fly Ranch, the Fly Geyser, with its unique looks and interesting origin, is still a site worth taking the time to visit. Emerald Ice on Baikal Lake, Russia. This vast white landscape is covered in a blanket of stunning ice sculptures, which are creations of Mother Earth. The naturally formed ice blocks, named ice hummocks, were created thanks to the extreme weather conditions. Lake Baikal, located in the southern part of eastern Siberia in Russia, is an incredible natural wonder of the world that one can only hope to visit at least once in their lifetime. It is not just the oldest freshwater lake on Earth, at 20 to 25 million years old, it is also one of the largest and deepest, holding an astounding 1/5 of the world's fresh water. In the winter, for about 5 months or from January to May, the lake freezes over, but the water is so clear that from the surface you can see an astounding 39.6 meters below you. Apart from this beautiful transparent lake, another photography-worthy natural phenomenon occurs around March, when wind, temperature differences, frost and sun in the ice crust cause ice hummocks to form. Transparent and shining in a turquoise color, these masses of broken ice look like shards of glass rising into the sky. They are caused by the slow and unequal pressure in the main body of the packed ice as well as by the unequal structure and temperature. Baikal Lake in Russia, with its amazing colors and forms, makes it a destination that begs to be checked off your bucket list. Tianzi Mountains, China. When James Cameron needed inspiration for the alien landscape of Pandora depicted in Avatar, he turned to Tianzi Mountains in China that with its crazy but beautiful formation, it is easy to see why he chose this epic destination. Often surrounded by mist, the tower-like peaks of Tianzi Mountain abruptly rise up from the tree-covered ground below to create a landscape like no other. These 21 square miles of mountain landscape located inside the Wuliniun Scenic Area amid Singlahe National Forest Park in the Hunan province of China truly represent one of the most unique formations on planet Earth. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale is undoubtedly one of the most spectacular natural landscapes in the world, and one of the most popular tourist destinations in Turkey. Pamukkale, meaning cotton castle in Turkish, is a natural site in Denizli in southwestern Turkey. The area is famous for a carbonate mineral left by the flowing water. It is located in Turkey's inner Aegean region, in the river Menderes Valley, which has a temperature climate for most of the year. There are dramatic travertine terraces dotted all around the globe, from China to Iran, the USA to Afghanistan, but nowhere else in the world can visitors enjoy exploring both picturesque travertine formations and the temples, bathhouses, necropolis, and theater of the remains of an idly located Greek-Roman spa city, Hierapolis. So imagine bathing like the Romans once did in a picturesque pool filled with warm mineral-rich water and swim among submerged columns of great antiquity. That is simply amazing. Red Beach, Panjin, China. As we look out across the world's largest wetland area, the swath of marshy flora growing in the shallow waters of Dawa County, China, is an eye-popping crimson. An extensive, luscious landscape surrounded by a beautiful red weed as if found on Mars. The plant is a form of Chenopodium. The specific species is unique in that it can thrive in alkaline soil or sweet soil. This gorgeous landscape is also known as home of the cranes, namely the red-crowned crane, among the rarest cranes in the world. This graceful animal is also known as a symbol of luck, longevity, and fidelity. Even though it is protected by the government, tourists can still walk among the rare reeds via specially installed wooden walkways that extend out over the delicate ecosystem. The area thrives at the world's largest reed marsh, which is reproduced to papyrus-like paper, perfect for writing science fiction stories on. So if you ever have a chance to visit Red Beach in Panjin, China, do not hesitate, since it will be the most beautiful red you will ever see. Mother Earth has placed beautiful gifts in rare parts of the world for us to gaze upon with awe-inspired beauty. It is with fortune that these locations exist, and we all deserve to visit these places once in our lifetime. So have any of you visited one of these locations? Are you planning on going? If so, please comment down below your experience, and we hope you enjoyed our video. So please subscribe and hit the like button if you want to see more interesting media here on Mindspun.